everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another speed build, and today I am building the Rustic Family Cabins. So this was a build that I created for Granite Falls from the Outdoor Retreat game pack, which, I mean, at this point that's been out now for 3 years, so but I'm still really enjoying playing with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am more than ready for new vacation places to show up, but for the time being, I'm still enjoying every once in a while jumping back in and creating something new. So this is a grouping of small cabins that I made for a family with 8 Sims. Because in Granite Falls, the only places for larger families to go on vacation are the 2 larger houses, but they're pretty expensive. It's like, one of them is like 890 simoleons a day, and the other one's a little bit less expensive than that, but it's a lot of money. So I wanted to try to do like more of a budget-friendly build for big families. So this is, I believe it's like 259 simoleons a day, which is pretty good considering that they're cabins. Because the campgrounds that are, you know, you get the plot of land and then you have to go and buy the camping supplies yourself, that's, I believe, 111 simoleons a day, and then the other cabin that I didn't build on, I think is like 283, but it's only for it's only a 1-bedroom, so like you could have at most 2 Sims sleeping there, and that's about it. So this sleeps 8. The reason why I called them rustic is because they don't have any indoor plumbing. So that's how I'm able to save a little bit of money. The campgrounds in my area, they have what they call like rustic campsites, where it's, you know, you get a shelter to sleep in, but don't expect to have like indoor toilets or anything like that. So they're not really rustic in style necessarily. They're rustic more in function. But yeah, so there's 3 cabins. 2 cabins are almost the exact same floor plan, and they each have a double bed in them, and then one of them has, I believe, a bookcase, the other one has a chest table, I want to say, and then the cabin in the middle that's kind of at a diagonal is set up to be like for kids. It's like the kids cabin. So that cabin has 4 single beds, and then it also has the play table from the Parenthood game pack, I think. It's the one that's like supposed to be Lego, like the Legos, but it's not Legos because they can't call it Legos. So yeah, so I tried to also include a lot of like group activities, because that's the other thing that I'm not a huge fan of with Outdoor Retreat, is that it feels like you can go on vacation with your family, but other than playing horseshoes, there's not really much else that you can do as a family. At least not with the pack without adding in anything else from other packs. Because even going fishing, for some reason, like, yeah, your Sims can technically fish at the same time as one another, but they can't talk to one another while they're fishing, which I find so strange, especially because back when The Sims 4 was like first announced, and it was first, you know, we were first getting like press coverage of like, you know, the new Sims game, one of the things that they really hyped up a lot was the fact that now your Sims can multitask. So you would think that something as simple as talking and fishing at the same time they could do, but for some reason they can't. So yeah, so I felt like they could use some more group activities. So that's why I put in the play table, because technically that's something that even toddlers can use. Although I don't actually have any toddler beds on this lot, because I liked using like the air mattressy looking beds, because again, this is supposed to be more of like a rental on a small budget type of place. And they don't have toddler beds that are like the inflatable beds, which is fine. But yeah, so I have that. I have a basketball court that I put in. There's a game table outside that's underneath like a canopy area, and of course there's like an area for your Sims to like cook meals. I intentionally put down 2 of those picnic tables so that way then all 8 Sims can sit together at sort of like one giant big long table. So yeah, so all 8 Sims can sit down and have a meal together, and there's a grill. There's like, I put up a little table for them to set the platter of food on, although when I was testing this lot out and doing like screenshots and stuff of it, my Sims didn't want to put the food on the table, but they can put the food on the table. My Sims were just being stubborn and chose not to. So yeah, and then there's like a campfire, of course, and so yeah, there's a lot of like fun, outdoorsy things for your Sims to do together. That's like for a wide range of ages, and yeah, but there's just no bathrooms and no showers. So, but I mean, there's no reason they can just go and use the same public bathrooms and public showers that you would use if you were staying on the actual campground in a tent site. So, and actually, I think this lot that I put these cabins on is almost just as close to the campground with the tents to the bathrooms. Like, it's almost the same distance is what I'm trying to say, like between this site and the bathrooms and the other site and the bathrooms. So it's really not a big deal. Like, they can just take a little walk. It's actually not even all that far. So yeah, so I just, I thought that this would be a fun, quick little build to do. I also really like the style of the windows. Like, it feels very cottagey. It almost reminds me a little bit of like the cabins from the original Parent Trap movie, or in all honesty, from the most recent Parent Trap movie. Because I don't know, there's just something about the windows with like the crisscross bars on them. The windows are from the Get Together expansion pack, so they're sort of more European in style. And I didn't want to do another like log cabin-y styled build for Granite Falls, because I've done several of them. There's a lot of them out there. So yeah, and the insides I made, they look a little rough on the insides. But again, it's supposed to be rustic, and the whole point of this place is not to have some like glamorous campground. It's, you're there to hang out with your family and have fun, and basically the whole purpose of having the cabins as opposed to the tents is so that way then your Sims have a place to sleep actually inside instead of outside in a tent. I also used that single light bulb from the Laundry Day stuff pack, which it's kind of funny because when I first saw the single light bulb in the Laundry Day stuff pack, I was a little disappointed because I was like, but there's so many other like light fixtures that we could use, and yet I've managed to use it now in like several different builds. So I'm eating my words a little bit because it's actually a really, really handy little overhead light, because it works in like all those like random or kind of rundown looking places. I mean, this isn't rundown looking, but like, in a place like this, you're not going to find some fancy high-end, super modern light fixture. It's going to be something that looks a little rough. So yeah. But anyways, so I have this speed build. I have another part of my Ant Life Let's Play series that'll be coming out sometime within the next few days. I've recorded it, I just have to actually get around to editing it. So yeah, so if you haven't watched that Let's Play series, I highly recommend it. It's just getting started, so you haven't missed very much. And I also am trying to get a challenge going. I created a challenge, and I've kind of got the family set up for the challenge that I want to use. I just haven't, I don't know. There's some like behind the scenes like prep work, because I've created like this big elaborate backstory for them, and I want to do like screenshots, and so I've spent like hours online looking for good poses, and for some reason I don't know, I wasn't finding like what I was looking for, and I don't know, it turned out to be a lot more time consuming than I thought it was going to be. So I'm hoping that maybe sometime this week it'll be posted, and then I can set up some sort of a regular schedule where I'm rotating between speed builds and Let's Plays and challenge videos. So yeah, so anyways, this is the Rustic Family Cabins. You can download them on the Sims 4 gallery. They are found under the hashtag Mrs. Tomato 1018 or under my username Mrs. Tomato 1018. I recommend obviously placing them in Granite Falls, but to be perfectly honest, you don't have to if you don't want to. They would work well, I think, in many other locations. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and if you've liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, or if you want to see my Let's Play or my future challenge videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And I am trying to get some sort of a schedule set up here. I just have to figure out how frequently I want to post, because right now I have the ability to post more frequently, but in the future I might not. So I don't want to like get in over my head and start posting videos all the time and then have to pull back on the reins, because that's not fair. So yeah, so anyways, yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed looking at these screenshots, because the family that I made to take them, they were a lot of fun to play with. So yeah, so anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!